Guy, thanks so much for your time. I mean, Massmart did warn investors that things were tough, but I think that investors were quite surprised at how tough things were by the extent of decline, particularly in trading profit in your numbers. I mean, perhaps you can paint the picture to us right now.
That's right. So I think Massmart sales represent a sort of a bellwether for the South African economy, because we sell food, liquor and gen merch to customers who are LSM 2s and 3s and customers who are LSM 10 plus. So I think our sales reflect the economy, and there's a view that the economy is very weak at the moment, so undoubtedly Massmart sales will also struggle. We're also disappointed on our profit growth. As you said, it was down 16%. We did warn the market. But yes, as you said, we're not feeling the love at the moment.
Yeah, so I think the issue is, I mean, things have been tough in this economy for quite some time, and as a business, everyone has had to buckle up to weather the storm. The issue is with Game. What are the plans there? Because it seems like the initial plan to restructure Game and introduce this food offering and everything else have not quite worked. I mean, is this the correct assessment?
Yeah, I agree the scoreboard at the moment is looking like it's not working, but food and game is already 22% of total sales, so obviously customers are responding very well to it. We made some very big moves last year, as you reflected. We moved to Johannesburg, we restructured quite a few of our management and support roles, and that caused a lot of distraction in the business. So the business really wasn't on its A game last year in 2018, and so the performance followed. We're confident we've employed some great people, we're confident we're doing the right things, and we're confident customers will respond to us and we'll see a better performance in 2019. Because
when looking at your areas of priority, you actually list Game as quite high up. In fact, number one, you can correct me there if I'm wrong. So what's the future of that? In fact, I was speaking to one of the analysts that follow you guys closely, and there's really a desire to know what you plan on doing with this store.
Well, in our presentation, we gave quite a lot of detail on what we're going to do to Game, but we're going to make Game, we're going to keep Game very relevant to customers. It's a 20 billion rand business. It has enormous market shares, 20, 30, 40% in some cases market shares. 1 in 3 TVs is sold through Game.
Sure.
So we believe it's very relevant to customers. We need to drive down our costs. We need to manage our selling prices better, and we believe customers will follow.
Okay, but then how practically, just if you will just indulge me with your patience, how? Because you've just come from a black or a December festive season sales period where retailers should be doing the best with all the discounts, but there you also didn't attract the number of traffic into your store. So how will you, going forward, do to Game what you haven't managed to do quite so right now?
That's fair. So December was tough for everyone. I mean, you saw the national stats were negative for December in the country. So December was tough for everyone. We need to make sure that we offer customers wonderful merchandise that's very well priced. We need to shout about it. We need to make sure they know what they can buy in Game. We need to offer exciting product, maybe exclusive deals that we have and no one else has. We need to make sure our food is very well priced, and we need to make it a happy and good place to shop.
Okay. Well, we'll wait and see and watch the space. That's only fair. I'd like to talk to you about your rest of Africa operation just for a quick sec. Let's start off with Nigeria, where we've just had that election outcome. I mean, what does a continuation of a Buhari administration mean for your operations there and your plans there?
So we've been in Nigeria for about 10 years. We've got 5 stores. Nigeria's been struggling ever since the oil price softened and ended up at $40, $50. And so the weak economy in Nigeria has been with us for 2 or 3 years now. So we think it'll be more of the same because it's so vulnerable or so exposed to the oil price. We're probably going to be cautious about new stores in Nigeria until we see the economy settle down. So probably no more stores yet, but we'll continue to run the 5 that we've got there.
All right. And how's about Zambia? Also quite a tough space right now economically.
Yeah, Zambia is quite tough economically. Interestingly, our stores are doing quite nicely.
Okay.
So we've got 6 stores in Zambia, 3 games and 3 builders, and they're doing nicely for us.
Okay, you remain quite downbeat about the South African economy, even though quite a lot has changed. In fact, I think right now you are actually one of the few CEOs that are still very, very pessimistic about where things are going right now. What needs to change for you to change that view?
Well, let me explain carefully. I think right now the economy is looking weak, and even the finance minister last week was fairly downbeat and spoke about, I think, 1% growth for 2019. I'm very positive about the country, and I'm very positive about the changes we're seeing, the new government indicate they're going to make, and even are making in some cases. I'm very encouraged by that, but I think we've got a long, hard road to walk, but I'm very positive about the country in the long run.
I mean, everybody is talking about this investment drive that the president is on, because I mean, this is part and parcel of growing the economy. Massmart's role in putting a bit of cash in this economy. What's your plan?
Well, we all play a role, don't we? You know, we create jobs, we open new stores, we have construction companies who build the stores for us. We added about 500 new jobs to our job count in 2018. We're opening about 40-50 new stores in the next 3 years. They'll increase jobs. We, of course, pay taxes. We pay VAT. So we play our part.
All right, so when you're talking going forward, particularly in the area of game of cutting costs and making things leaner and better, there, do those costs include headcount, as in jobs?
No. No, so we unfortunately, when we moved from Durban to Johannesburg, we did lose people.
Sure.
It wasn't meant to be a headcount reduction, but sadly people chose to stay in Durban and not move to Johannesburg. But no, as we open a new store, we try and open it with fewer staff, which is quite different to losing staff out of existing stores.
All right, and parting question, I mean, right now your share price it's not looking pretty at all. A parting question to some of those investors who didn't attend your briefing, who are watching this channel now, about why they should still count on a counter like Massmart.
I think Massmart is a wonderful business. We have the lowest operating costs in retail today. Because of our sales mix, we're always exposed to a more positive South African economic outlook. So the minute the investors feel that there's a better economic outlook that's coming, they should buy Massmart.
Okay. Okay, and how soon or how long do they have to see these kind of numbers from Massmart?
That's the $1 million, isn't it?
Oh, Guy. Thanks so much for your time. Of course, that was Guy Hayward, who is the CEO of Massmart.